So I want to talk to you about what makes bandwidth at MojoHost different than you're going to find at other hosting companies and cloud service providers. I get real passionate about this because even though I'm not nearly as smart as any of my technical teams, I understand just enough to be dangerous, and I've always had a lot to do with which decisions we make and how we design and build our networks. So what I'm going to explain to you today is how MojoHost's network routing performance is different and better than what you will find at virtually every other cloud service provider and every other hosting provider that you might select for doing business. We use an intelligent routing platform called Noction. So what this does in real time at all of our data center locations, and we have 3 of them, is it's analyzing all of our traffic in real time. It's getting flows of data from our edge routers, and in real time it's seeing things like packet loss, black hole destinations on the internet, things that can't be routed. And it also knows which networks in the world are surfing MojoHost the most actively and on an ongoing, every second of every day, 24 hours a day. Our Noction platform is actually sending out probes, tons and tons of probes all over the internet to measure how fast are people downloading from MojoHost, and is there a better way for us to send that file or packet from your server to that surfer who's downloading somewhere on the internet. So the cool thing about this platform that we have, and about our size and scale, because we have multi-terabit capacities between our different data centers, and we work with lots of global networks and have tons of routes, and we do peering. MojoHost owns nearly 100,000 IP addresses, and we're routing tons and tons of bandwidth every single second of the day. What I did more than a decade ago is I put everything in performance only mode. So I know that at every given moment, we're making all decisions about how to route traffic out faster from your servers that are hosted within my data center on networks that I own and control. This is different than other hosting companies. So most hosting companies are doing what we like to call least cost routing. They have several different connections to the internet. Each one of them has different monthly financial commitments and different associated costs. What they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of the packets as quickly as possible for as little money as possible. So what we've done in our configuration is exactly the opposite. We work with multiple companies that provide us internet access. And so this intelligent platform does help us to optimize our costs because it does know what our expenses are with each carrier and what our commitments are. But we buy more bandwidth from every company that we use. And then we toggle all of the settings in this configuration to make it so that we're routing in performance only mode. So that means even taking traffic off of free peering or free exchange of traffic to put it on paid transit if it's true that we can find a path that's 5 milliseconds or faster to there. Or in all instances, in any instance where there's some packet loss that would lead to a slower download or maybe a buffered video playing, we'll immediately take traffic for that entire routed subnets, wherever that surfer is on the internet, and we'll put it over to another phone company. And then we'll reprobe to look for and see, is there any packet loss still, and what's the latency involved with that? So using this platform, basically what it means is our network team spends all of its time doing other stuff. It's not troubleshooting your surfer's performance. It's just working on internal projects for network security and deployments and managing our whole infrastructure and monitoring things. So that means that we're able to give such excellent customer support when those instances, which are more rare, do come in, that a client of ours has a customer of theirs who might be experiencing a problem surfing their website or playing some video, or perhaps a performer that's broadcasting. Our network operations team and our support staff is willing, able, and ready to actually work with you, or even in some instances, your end customer, to troubleshoot their home internet connection. Yes, that actually happens. And that's the MojoHost difference. That's our guarantee for quality of service, and that's something you're not going to get from anywhere else on the internet.